Music therapy is a bonding experience. It gives them the opportunity to come together even and see people that they don't regularly see, or it gives therapists the chance to come in and really bond and have beautiful moments with those individuals to start a relationship or continue a relationship. Music therapy benefits our individuals in many ways. We work on social skills, we work on communication, we work on motor skills. One of the things I do is we play song association with me, and I usually have a music therapy student, and they get to pick any button they want, and we try and come up with a song with the word. And they have stumped us on occasion. One time Jean said watering can, and I could not come up with a song. I was like, you've got me. But a lot of other times they just think it is very funny, and but it also gives them a chance to really explore their devices and go beyond just asking for it. In music therapy, a breakthrough moment I've gotten to witness is Dan. When he first came here, he was very tactile defensive. He was very kind of just into himself. It's a new place, and he came to music maybe 3 or 4 times, and really just started to, like, his body opened up. He seemed more expressive. He started humming along, which was amazing. And then one of our OTs said he was sitting on the suite and they were trying to motivate him to get up, and he just did not. He was like, I'm happy in my recliner. And finally she said, Dan, do you want to go do music? And he stood up immediately. And so she called me and was like, hey, we got to do music because we offered it. So of course I ran up here and we did some music, but it's those little things where it's like, it really does work. Like, he was motivated. He did show signs of enjoyment and being able to come out of his shell. Music therapy is a clinical and evidence-based use of music interventions to accomplish individualized goals within a therapeutic relationship by a credentialed professional who has completed an approved music therapy program. Music therapy interventions can address many variety of healthcare and educational needs, including to promote wellness, to manage stress, alleviate pain, express feelings, enhance memory, improve communication, promote physical rehabilitation, and more.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. I looked over Jordan and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home. A band of angels coming.
So one of my special bonding moments is with a lady named Judy, who used to live here. She has passed away since, but she called me her music teacher, and I did not correct her, and I was her music teacher, and I collaborated with PT for her. She did not want to get up and walk. She did not want to do any of the things, but she would for her music teacher. I don't know what it was. She loved music, but we bonded in a major way. That she wouldn't walk unless her music teacher was there. She would be more motivated to do something as long as the music teacher was there. And she loved old hymns, so we would just sing. Every time I sing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, I will think of her. Something that makes Cedar Lake special is my ability to co-treat with all the other therapies. There are a lot of places where you're just out on your own, and here I am able to schedule in and have the support of all of the other therapeutic services. So it is very nice for me as a therapist, and I know as them also, to give the individuals that much more treatment that is that much more person-centered and focused by being able to co-treat and collaborate on their needs. When music and speech collaborate, we started out with just using their AAC devices. So we have from simple picture cards all the way up to iPads, devices, and we start with something simple as much as like song choice. We have, for example, Wyatt. He started with a single switch activation, and we started only in music because we knew it was something that motivated him. He has now gone all the way to the point of he can have multiple answers by scanning and listening and pressing. And really that got honed in our music and speech collaboration. It also helps some of our other individuals expand their knowledge and vocabulary of their devices. So you'll see us asking, how did they like it? Was it good? Was it bad? Do you want something fast or slow? So we're not just doing the same yes, no, or pick a song. We try and get them, pull more out of them and have a little more conversation type style. With OT, a lot of times I am there to help things be more tolerable and enjoyable. So a lot of our individuals need stretching and things like that, and it's not fun every time. So we try to really entice them to want to come and want to help them relax so that they can stretch that much farther or get that much more assistance. And I work with PT, and I have a lot of people in standards usually, and we're working on tolerating the amount of time they are standing. And if you are distracted by a fun song you're singing or things like that, playing instruments, it can help prolong that amount of time and help them in that instance.
It's time to say hello, hello, hello to Misty. How are you?
My number one goal is to make sure that everyone is able to communicate, enjoy, or just say what they want to say, even if they can't say it. Music a lot of times speaks through different ways, even if it is a different song choice expresses the way they feel, or we know that their childhood music, teen years are the ones they love the most. So some of our individuals will come alive when they hear that music. One thing that music therapy does that goes beyond some other therapies sometimes is that it transcends age population. It goes past that and really gets to the person. So I know we talking about the teen years and how that's important, but it also, live music is something that always has more of an effect than recorded music. We use recorded music all the time still, but live music, it just takes it up that notch of there's a person in front of you, I can feel that I need to slow the song down, or I can feel that we need to speed it up, or today's not the day. Let's just enjoy the music, or you're having such a good day, I'm gonna stop more. It gives you the opportunity to be in the moment, working on those goals if you have the live music aspect. So Keith, his fun story to me is Carla set up his device and put rap music, because Keith loves rap music. I personally cannot play rap music on an acoustic guitar. Well, you don't want me to. And so we had to convince him to let us change it on his device, because every time he'd come into music, before he could even get my guitar out, he would find that page, rap music, rap music, rap music. But it was fun to see. One of the first things he figured out how to do was go to specifically his music page. He didn't really care about the other pages, that was fine, but he was motivated to try and get me to play all the different songs or all the different things. And then we've moved on past that, but it was special that is one thing that really motivated him to use his device, because he does have communication skills. He can't say yes and no. And so it was like, we are widening that. Like, we're giving you the opportunity to pick a genre or a specific person you love. So he really enjoys that, and that's kind of motivated him.
Yay! Hello, hello. It's time to say hello. Hello, hello to Terry. How are you? Terry?
How are you?
Awesome. How are you feeling today?
How are you?
There you go. Good.
Happy.
Yay!
So in music therapy, a lot of times we almost do kind of like a call and response song. A lot of times our hello song is definitely a good example of, I will sing hello and how are you, to just start the session off of how are they? I want to know, and they want to tell me. So that's a good instance where it gives them the opportunity to have a conversation with me that is cued through music. A lot of times I'll either slow down, or it gives them the chance to take the time to respond. We're not rushing our call to response. So I will sing, how are you? And either hold it out or I'll just keep strumming until they get a chance to really respond, which is something that is nice. It cues their brain to respond. Also, whenever you slow down the song or pause, it helps them be able to get the response out. I'm gonna meet you where you're at. So if you come in and we have a lot of anxiety and we're needing to relax and de-stress, I'll meet you where you're at first. We're gonna do an exciting fun song, we're gonna play instruments, but if we're needing to go down, the music will relax as we go. It is very hard for someone to come in who is already excited or anxious and I start playing a soft, beautiful song. They're not there yet. So I try to make sure we meet them where they're at first. And it can go the opposite way. Let's say somebody comes in and we're really needing them to engage and try and respond. We'll start where they're at. I'm not going to expect them to say yes, no, I'm feeling good. If they've come in, they've just woken up, it's right after lunch, we're all tired. So we'll start off slow and we can scale up to where they're at to get what we need from them. In music therapy, one of the first things we learn is to go to the teenage years of an individual. It doesn't matter the population, it doesn't matter the disability. 9 times out of 10, your brain remembers your teen years the most. So I have a sweet lady who is in her 80s, and I play songs from the 40s for her, and she responds way more to that than she does to my 60s or 70s music. There is always patient preferred, so sometimes it might be what your parents were listening to, for the ones that can tell me, or just give me responses, smiles, shaking a shaker, anything like that. But that is my go-to. It's definitely their teen years. They enjoy it. We do a lot of 60s and 70s with our age group, our primary age group here. You'll hear me do lots of I Can See Clearly Now. We do My Girl, we do Brown Eyed Girl, many things like that. The Beatles is a huge hit. Elvis. All the ladies love the Elvis. I play that all the time. When we do a respond to the lyrics. So a lot of times I'll sing 1 for the money, 2 for the, and I give them the space and the opportunity to say show. A lot of times that is much more likely that they'll be able to finish the lyric in that case than in a song. They aren't going to know as much, but it almost, they can feel it through the activity to answer, engage, and use their words. Music uses both sides of your brain. It's one of the few things that does, so it helps you be able to keep that speech and keep that memory. Some of our individuals that have dementia here, it's one of the few times that they come back to us for a minute. We will be singing a song and all of a sudden they are eyes open, singing along. They're like, oh, I know this. And it gives them a moment of clarity, which is also always something very special to see.
Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it. I know you don't worry. What are you gonna do, Ken? Be. What are you gonna do? Happy. Good job. Every life's worry. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Good job. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't